Good luck. has a golden horn in the middle of its forehead.
Then he walked back outside to watch the unicorns. But the unicorns had gone away. The man sat down among the roses and went to sleep. As soon as the husband had gone out of the house, the wife got up and dressed as fast as she could. She was very excited and there was a glow in her eyes. She telephoned a psychiatrist and she telephoned a police and took them to her
I might as well tell you the whole truth. I want to get rid of you so that I can marry my stenographer. Is there anything especially wrong with that? Love is something that I cannot control.
We've been all over it. I'm not going to go all over again. I suppose this file is what
You read it? It's sarcastic. Okay, Miss Daly is my secretary. I have plenty of people to file without having her file. She isn't in on it. I was going to tell her that you went on a trip with your friends and fell off a cliff or something. She wants me to get a divorce.
Now that's a laugh. You may bury me, but you'll never get a divorce.
I told her that. I told her that I'd never get a divorce.
You probably told her not bury me too.
No, that was going to be between you and me, and I'm going to tell the soul.
You let that out to the whole world. Don't tell me. I know you.
I was you were married now, it was all over.
Don't you suppose you would get caught, you crazy thing? They always get caught. You're just getting yourself all worked up for nothing. Why don't you go to bed?
No, I am not going to go down to the bed. I'm burying you down in the cellar. I've got my mind made up, and I can't make it any plainer.
Listen, will you be satisfied and shut up if I go down in the cellar? Can I have some peace if I go down in the cellar? Will you leave me alone then?
Yes, but you'll spoil it by taking that attitude.
Sure. I will spoil everything. Have you got an envelope?
What for?
I want to mark my choice in this book.
Why? It's not like you'll have a chance to finish it. All right, you first.
All right, you lead the way. You wouldn't admit this at this time of year. Any other husband would have married his wife in summer.
You can't be strange to these sort of things. I didn't fall in love with this girl until late fall.
Listen, it's cold down here, and I can never find it out. What have you got there?
I was gonna hit you over the head with this shovel.
Word? Huh? Well, get that out of your mind. Do you want to leave a great big clue right here in the middle of everything? Where the first detective that comes snooping around will find it. Go out the street. Find a piece of iron or something.
What? It's just like you'd always think there's a piece of iron lying around in the street somewhere.
I don't know. Look, here's the perfect thing. It's what they call a heavy, blunt instrument.
Wait, that isn't ours. We don't have a bunch of like that in the house.
That's what I'm trying to say. The plumber left it here last week when he was fixing the sink in our kitchen. It doesn't belong to even one of us.
So how did it get down here? Did the plumber realize he had left it?
You see, it's this way. He did call up about it and I told him he hadn't left it here. So, I brought it down to the cellar.
Wait, where'd you get that glove?
Oh, I stuck it in my box absentmindedly. I guess I was just thinking about something else.
Okay. Well, are you gonna give it to me? That's why you're so willing to come down here. Hey! Who's been digging this hole in the corner?
If I were a cop, I'd want to know whose fingerprints were on that shovel.
Don't you come near me!
Where you going, dear?
Well, first, I'm gonna call the plumber and tell him that you have this wrench. And then, let's go to bed.
Alrighty.
about. The silent engineer. The fellow who stares out at sea long after the ship has sailed. Right now, he's driving his wife to the hairdressers in Waterbury, Connecticut. Or part of it is, anyway. Navy plane, 8-engine bomber. It's a great plane. This is the worst storm I've seen in 20 years in Navy life. Voice is like thin ice breaking. The word is still dressed in heavily gritted white cap pulled down registered for one cold gray eye. You can't make it, sir! It's pulling for a hurricane, you ask me! I'm not asking you, Lieutenant Bird! No on the power line! Rubber up to 8,500! We're going through! Commander Stick, eyes formed on the high window. Walked over, twisted a row of complicated eyes. Switch on number 8 auxiliary! Switch on number 8 auxiliary! Switch on number 8 auxiliary! The emergency windbreakers are regulating, sir! Let them regulate! No man, right now! You get stuck on the time angle! Young man! Help me with the bombs in there! Look at your legs! Yeah! Countdown! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1! Bombs away! Target obliterated! Mission accomplished! Mission accomplished! Mission accomplished! Mission accomplished! Now we're up 8,500!
Don't turn up so fast! You're driving too fast! What are you driving so fast for?
Sorry, what did you say?
You were up to 55. You know I don't like to go more than 40. You were up to 55.
Ex-Commander Walter Major drove on toward Waterbury in silence. Aboard the SM-22, the worst storm in 20 years they've climbed. Fable, it's a remote, intimate airways of mine.
You're tensed up again. You're talking to yourself again. It's one of your days. You should let Dr. Renshaw look at you. Stop here! This is the hairdressers. You know I'm going to the hairdressers. And put on your glove, it's cold. And don't you dare to buy those overshoes. Do you want to catch your death? And oh yes, remember to get a box of puppy biscuits. And here's the shopping list with the rest of the things I want you to buy. Don't lose it. Do we should let Dr. Renshaw watch. Maybe Dr. Renshaw in his office right now. Humorous,
Fractional deviation?
Yes! But how would you know that? Dr. Redlow is assisting me. Well, we also have Dr. Remington from New York. And Mr. Richard Mitford from London. We would all appreciate your counsel, Dr. B.
Glad to serve. Shall we proceed? Yes. I read your paper on streptothritis. A brilliant performance, sir. Thank you. You are very kind. The anesthetic is cyclopropane 202. Precisely. Well, I'm afraid of that new and complicated exercise machine.
Good God! The machine is struggling!
We're lost! Steady to me. Quick, somebody get your fountain. Never mind. I'll use mine.
Oh, God!
What's that? That'll hold. For 10 minutes.
This man's not only a thing searching, he's a mechanical genius as well!
We shall have to work fast. Good God! Are you coming for a moment, Dr. Remington? Heaven help us! Coreopsis has set in! Not Coreopsis! What did Dr. Remington say, nurse? It's our only home! Patients like this in my hands, Dr. BT! You must take over! Doctor! If you wish. Captain. What's that? Who's that? Suture! Fetch it. Yes. Well. Bifurcated invertebrate. Good God! This complicated instrument hasn't been used since the Duke of Warrington was operated on for ultrasound subduction. It's going through. Steady, gentlemen! I shall operate in the dark. By simple touch. Magnificent! Wonderful! Smashing performance, sir! Thank you. He will sail his yacht again. Oh. Good work, sir. If you will, nurse, take my glove. Kleenex, toothpaste, razor paste? No. Kleenex, toothpaste, bicarbonate, carborundum, initiative, and reverend gentlemen.
All over! Dolores is the only hairdresser in the world who understands my hair and some kinds of ticklish feet. sakes, relax. Look as if you're going to be shot standing there.
as the men leave the